Hello, welcome back everybody. This is our Pandita reporting for day, I think it's day 30, maybe a little bit more, for the Casey Anthony trial. And I'm here with LP. And today's testimony was even more explosive than yesterday's, if you can believe it. What? More explosive? That's right, LP. I even had to bring a tissue because, here, see my tissue? Because today's testimony by George Anthony was really heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching? Yes. You really, really felt bad. Let me wipe my eye. Okay, so today started off with Casey's attorneys being late, as usual. Didn't they get a heads up about that? They did get a heads up about that, but apparently they had a really tough time getting into the courtroom. Whatever, they should plan ahead. They should be on time. Anyway, so Anne Fennell, the death penalty lawyer, was on speakerphone and sounded, looked a little stupid because she didn't realize that the other attorneys weren't there. Right, how's she going to see that over the phone? Right. So then Casey Anthony had to basically stand up and say to the judge that, yes, she, quote-unquote, agreed with Anne Fennell because they want a mistrial because of some Florida death penalty ruling that happened a couple weeks ago. Anywho, get to the juice. So then, let's see, today's testimony included Cindy Anthony, again, yes, again, but she didn't cry this time. Roy Kronk came back onto the stand. Why? Wasn't he on the stand yesterday? He was our explosive witness. Right, but today they brought Roy Kronk back, and also they brought his son. He has a son. Yes, an estranged son that apparently he felt the need to call to let him know that he was going to be famous. That's messed up. True, but, hey, whatever. So then Roy Kronk was on the stand, and then Roy Kronk's son got on the stand to say, oh yeah, he called me in November and said he was going to be famous. Well, he knew he was going to be famous. Anybody who... Excuse me... That's just like that protester who was outside the Casey Anthony trial today. That's another subject. We'll get to that in a second. Hey, excuse me, over here. So anyway, to get on with things, George Anthony had a very emotional day today testifying about his suicide because the defense made the mistake of mentioning it, which allowed Jeff Ashton to, quote-unquote, walk through the door and ask him all about it. George attempted suicide? Yes, where have you been? Anyway, so he was crying and saying that he just wanted to know what happened, and even though Baez was being a total, this is a family show, right? Yeah, it's a family show, no swears. Since Baez was being slimy, he handled himself very well with very short answers and really humanized himself. And today, George Anthony's testimony really backfired on Baez. It did. Then the final witness was this grief counselor who had never ever even met Casey Anthony, didn't know about the trial, and really she was just like ADD. What do you mean ADD? She just went on this rambling rant about her career and basically really just added nothing to it. So what was the point of bringing her? Well, we don't know because Baez didn't prove it. Anyway, so then Ashton basically got her to say that, well, grief could also be, or Casey's behavior could also be interpreted as denial of consciousness, something like that. What's that? I don't know, ask a psychiatrist. Okay, well, I'm going to go dab my eyes and watch George Anthony's testimony again. Have a good night. Take care. Pandas out.